What's up?
Wow, dude.
Damn.
Fresh off of vacay.
Oh, yeah, man.
I was a sad boy. I was sad.
Yeah, what was going on?
Nothing. Just,
Just
it's personal.
kicking around?
Yeah.
I
Just
heard
being
that.
a sad boy, dude.
How long that lasts?
Until I wasn't hungover.
Good God.
So, like 2 days.
Criminy, dude.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
How's the drinking been?
Not bad. Not bad.
I've
I've been scaling it back. Although this past weekend, it wasn't like I was like blacking out. I haven't gotten like hammered in a while. I haven't gotten like drunk. I've been drinking though.
You're going to keel over like one of the Mongolian Khans, dude. You're just going to one day be like just in your Toyota Corolla off to do a comedy gig. You're going to just die and everyone's going to have to like reassemble.
Yeah, the who's next
Shat
in
Nation.
line
We're
in
like
Philly.
the Mongolians, dude. Shat Nation. We'd have to all stop what we're doing and reassemble.
But I went to the fucking Sunday is usually a day of rest.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to the Eagles-Patriots game. Had a couple brewskis. That
No wonder you're so depressed, dude. That was a tough loss.
Well, I didn't care about it. Like the Eagles just suck.
You're
Their
bummed about
offense-
the Birds.
Their offense just sucks. They have no weapons.
Defense was all right.
Wentz is good. Everybody's hating on Wentz. He's actually a good quarterback. But man, we went to the fucking Xfinity Center before the game. That might be the worst place on earth.
Were you like tailgating or just the
Yeah.
center itself?
Have you ever been in there?
No,
It is
No.
it is hell. And it was at capacity. Like you couldn't move. You couldn't. It took me like a half hour to walk through the building. And it's not that big.
people were reliving their Super Bowl glory.
It was nightmarish. And then I got into the game and I was just like, I was disenchanted by the whole. It was just like, just lights. It looks like a fucking casino in every NFL stadium.
You think the camera at one point hit you and like they thought you were an owner?
I was up
They
in the
just saw your
box.
nonplussed look from a box, and
I
they
was
were
up
just
in the
like,
box.
"Is this guy
just-
a fucking owner?"
Yeah, this guy's totally unfazed by all the lights and dog shit. Dude,
So it's like casino level
it is
bullshit.
Bullshit everywhere. Like brands and logos, fucking just flashing lights, and then
sucks.
it's like cheerleaders dancing for no reason. Why are there cheerleaders? Why the fuck are there cheerleaders?
Yeah.
And I watched them during the game. They just keep dancing.
They
Like,
don't
they
stop.
stand in front of a section and just do moves, and the people in the crowd are just watching the game. Like it's pointless.
Are they supposed to come out like between?
They run
stuff?
out, and do a routine.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
It is pretty dumb.
Watching 50 women do a choreographed dance from like 100 yards away is one of the dumbest things you could see.
Well, it's also kind of a lack in faith of like male attention to be like between plays or like throw out half naked chicks. Everyone's gonna leave.
Well, they have a dude now too.
How's the dude? Was
The
he killing
dude
it?
kills it.
I'm gonna go down there and keep a monocle on that dude the whole time. Like, let me see that.
I was
Let me see
watching
that,
the
dude.
the whole time.
Were you really?
Well, it's so funny, and he wears a slightly different uniform than the women.
Yeah, what's he rocking?
He rocks kind of the
Is he
same
rocking
thing.
like an Elton John suit, like
Dude,
a piano thing, or what's he wearing?
It's so ridiculous to see a guy doing those same moves of like every 2 seconds bending down and touching your toes, and then just knowing the organization being like, yeah, we have a guy down there, so what? Like a bunch of dudes from Delco just like, I don't like him being down there with my women.
Dude, that's gotta be fucking teeing dudes up.
But then it'll just cut to a troop in the audience,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be like, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to honor Staff Sergeant blah, blah, blah. He served 3 tours in Afghanistan. And the whole crowd stops and claps for him. And then it's like, all right, back to fucking Migos, and then it just blasts hip-hop.
I
It
love
just
how
makes zero sense.
that is a sick definition of progress. It's like, fine, gay guys can be sluts now. Whatever.
Yeah,
Throw them down
we
there.
brought a gay guy slut down there with the sluts. Oh, give it up for a troop real quick. Like the whole time you're there is just shit just getting shoved in your ass.
That's fucking horrible.
It was like, and then the Eagles come out and don't do shit on offense. It's the most boring game in the world. Followed just shit everywhere.
That was tough. I caught a glimpse of that. I caught a glimpse of that when I was out to dinner, and it was just like, what the fuck?
Dude,
Wentz has a laser beam, dude.
Wentz is good, but also in our box there was this just rich people there was this dad and his son, his like 14-year-old, 13-year-old boy. He was looking good. He was a good looking boy.
Was he?
No, they wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was screaming from the box. He's like, "That's bullshit. Fuck you."
Oh my
It's like,
God.
dude, you're only yelling at me. Like they can't hear you on the
You're
fucking
40
field.
feet away from the rest of the people.
Yeah, you're just right next to me screaming. Every play. Like, that's a bullshit call, Doug. And then his kid was doing it too. His kid started, he was like, Tom Brady, you suck. Tom Brady, just on repeat. And I wanted to just tell him, like, kid, this is one of the greatest players of all time. if not the greatest.
You should have.
You should enjoy this moment.
Yeah.
You'll be able to tell your kids you saw him play. You fucking weasel.
It's a weird thing to teach your kid. Like every Sunday, we can come here and get all of our negative feelings out about everything on this guy.
And the wife and the mom, like all of them were just in the box with them, listening to they're like, oh, he gets crazy during the games. He loves sports. And I'm like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's screaming the wrong thing the whole time.
We're watching a family that's like adopted the ethos of like a paper towel commercial, and they're just living it out.
Yes.
They're just like, my husband is a fanatic about sports.
Drinks a couple of light beers and screams during the game.
And I click my tongue, but secretly, I love being part of a thing that I can make sense of. It's like, you shut the fuck up, lady.
And then
go home.
There was 2 chicks behind us. These 2 girls that came in just sloppy, fucking hammered, and they just yelled the whole time. In a box, dude.
Man.
People screaming in a box is one of the dumbest things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, the whole point of that is like separate yourself from the hoi polloi.
Yes.
From the fucking rabble. You can just sit up there and like plot what you're going to do. It's like you can kind of see them move more.
Dude, I ate the food in there. It's so bad. It's like Philly cheesesteak spring rolls and like Bud Light. That's what I like filled up on.
Oh, man.
Then I had a cookie. They had cookies up there. I had a sweet treat.
So you were just like miserable eating like horrible food,
eating dog shit. But I'm surrounded by all these like, because it was it has nothing to do with it. It just happened to be the NBC box, which was kind of funny.
Tight.
So I'm around all these like rich older people, and I'm drunk eating a fucking chocolate chip cookie, and I sneezed, and just chocolate got all over me. Like I was just standing at the buffet eating, and I was like eating a cookie, like just spit chocolate all over myself, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and wash my clothes.
Well, there's something to do with when you eat chocolate and look into the sun, it makes you sneeze. So you got triggered by a chocolate cookie outdoors.
Yeah, I looked out and all the fucking lights out there. I was like,
oh my god!
But yeah,
like a McDonald's ad, and your body thought it was the sun. And you're like,
yeah, just all these garbage. There's a military flyover, a giant flag. Then it just blasts hip hop and sluts dance.
Yeah,
and then it's like, give it up for this fucking troop right now. Make some noise for the Eagles. It's third down. Drink a fucking beer.
Get insurance and eat fast food.
And then it's also, I was laughing at, it's Lincoln Financial Field. So there's just Lincoln Financial, this big picture. Like their logo is Lincoln's head. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I guarantee they have nothing to do with Abraham Lincoln. They were just like, all right, what's somebody people trust? Lincoln.
Damn.
Put him out there. That's our logo, is Abraham Lincoln.
That's a bold logo.
Yeah, true.
Pretty tight.
Like, hey, he freed the slaves. Why don't you bank with us?
Damn, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that is weird. I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I was looking at Lincoln Financial. It's Abe's
I doubt
big
Abe
head.
founded that. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know. I was Krabby swirled out.
That's super crab swirl.
Crab swirl in this box.
I could get real into doing like, for instead of cheerleaders, just have like old school president reenactors who come out and fucking
they do that
orate on between plays. They give their famous speeches. Like, fuck yeah.
I think in Milwaukee, or no, the Nationals do it where they have a bunch of dudes in president suits race around the field. It was pretty fun.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, there's some fun ones.
That's pretty. Yeah, the Eagles it's a tough one.
There's one. It might be St. Louis. They have this dude, like Mr. Freeze, I think is his name. He's just this. He's clearly just a black dude in like a skin suit, one of those. You know what I'm talking like?
Yeah, I know, like a mocap suit.
Yeah, he's wearing a suit that's like blue, and he races someone around the park. So like they give him like a huge lead, and he just races normal people, and he's like an Olympic sprinter that just burns them. It's
people.
Very funny. Yeah.
Fuck, that's
that's a good one.
That's great. And he's wearing like a total like like the head cover, like the one from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where it covers his whole head.
Yes.
And he just smokes people.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's great. The cheerleaders just need to go.
Yeah, it's kind
I've had enough.
It's a weird gig.
Yeah.
It's just kind of I don't, you know.
And college football, I used to like going to Notre Dame games because of that. Like, they don't have all that shit everywhere. Just shit.
I was about to say, I was thinking about the time we went to Notre Dame and we're on wooden benches. Everyone's sitting there. There's none of this fucking nonsense.
Well, they added shit now.
Did they?
There's shit everywhere. Every college stadium now.
Sucks.
It's just dog shit everywhere.
What do you think about the students getting paid? We talked about this before.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read an article about that. The amount of money they get in endowments. Well, the article was that historically black colleges should start they were like, if you're a black D1 prospect, go to a HBCSU, whatever.
Yeah.
and whatever, I forget what it's called, the initials, but they're like, go to a historically black school, and that way we can start funneling all the NCAA money to those schools. And it's like, well, this doesn't solve the problem. It's just like, this doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, we should segregate and get fucking paid. And it was just like,
they were hitting that last night at the Democratic debate.
Were they really?
Kind of. Not that they were just hitting student loans, and they were like, black people don't pay their student loans.
Who said that?
Fucking have. Well, they don't.
Who said? I'm saying which candidate said
they don't, like, not all of them, but they were like, Elizabeth Warren was like 20 years after college, 90%, I think, white students have paid their debts, and 5% of black students have paid their student loan debts. She was like, we need to forgive that in order to equalize. You know, we need to break this racial stratification here over the.
I mean, that
money.
system kind of rules for black people. Just be like, yeah, go to college and don't pay your fucking debts.
True.
I mean, it's the move.
You're going to have bad credit, but who cares?
Who
dude?
cares?
Straight cash, homie.
Get a degree, let your credit sink, make sure your bae goes, goes to school, gets all the paperwork straight. It's kind of what I did.
Find a thick white nurse.
Yeah. It's kind of like I've defaulted on all my credit cards real hard in my 20s, knowing like my bae will have good paperwork stuff. So it's kind of the samurai's path.
I thought I had that path.
You rocked it. The idea is to say fuck them, and then if this degree translates into me getting paid, I'll pay you guys back.
Yeah.
That's taking the power.
I was like, as soon as I get money, I'll just pay my student loans. Until then, you get zero.
I always operated on like, I'm fucking all these credit cards now, and I'm going on a glory mission. Either I'll die on, like, I'm not going to make it my life's purpose to pay back a gigantic financial institution. Yeah. There's more debt, according to this article I read, there's more debt than capital in the world. It makes no fucking sense. So there's people who literally control the money supply, who get to dictate the money supply, and then they hand out quote unquote money. Whoever's in charge of everything.
Who is?
Whoever's in charge. I can't say. The top levels of government.
Oh.
It's different in every country. The top levels of government get to control the currency, and then once you control currency, you can drown people in debt and then control them.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, don't pay your student loans. Definitely don't pay them.
The top, dude, in that fucking Xfinity Center, it's Xfinity Live.
Yeah. Oh, you went there afterwards?
Before.
Ooh.
And they had like bull riding in this one thing. It's one of the weirdest things I've ever watched is girls getting in line. It was all girls from like 21 to 25. Mm-hmm. It was beautiful baby girls everywhere.
This is their time to shine on a bull.
Yeah, and they would all get on the bull, and they got the weird dude controlling it, like
fuck,
makes them fucking, it like vibrates so their ass shakes.
The strip club DJ,
and everyone just sits in a circle around it, drinking, staring at it. Very weird.
It's just entirely bizarre, dude.
Yeah, it's like the most basic.
And it's like, if girls can ride a mechanical bull, that means they're good at sex.
Yeah.
They can sit on a dick.
Woo! Just do woo.
Do they buck them off a lot?
Yeah.
So they fall.
Yeah, they fall eventually.
How do they take the fall?
Or like they'll hang on, so like their legs are spreading, their asses in the air, and the thing will slowly circle around while they're hanging on, so everyone can get a good look at their genitals and buttholes.
I mean, dude, the masses are vulgar. That's kind of what drives people.
And I was just standing there like, what the fuck?
Like, what is
this?
What are we doing?
This is weird.
Yeah, man.
It's all. I mean, it's fun going to a game, but it's all like the most basic shit in the world.
Yeah.
Like you watch hot 20-year-olds on a ride a bull, then you drink giant cans of beer and go into a game where it's like, look at this fucking cheerleader, blah.
Dude. Well, it's funny.
Man hitting.
It reminds me of while we were sitting there on a trip.
I just want good, clean football, dude.
I
just want to watch
dude.
the strategy of the game, dude.
Well, that's
just let me watch the beautiful game.
That's the thing we're seeking is like utter titillation of the senses. Now, I was sitting there with Brittany, and she was going through like all inclusives while we're on one vacation. She's already looking at others, and I'm like, will you just like exist with me right now and stop with that shit? And she was just like, oh, I don't, she was just curious or whatever. But the whole point, she was talking to just show me all inclusives, and I was just like. So I've been to all inclusive, and I'm like, I'm starting to relive it. Like when I'm like, you go there, and it's just designed for total sensory. So you walk in, and then like they have a casino, and you're like, and you're like money, and you're like, and then you go to a comedy club, and you're like, ha 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 ha, and then girls dance. The staff like shakes their butts, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm hard, and it's just 7 days of just eating as much as you can, being utterly titillated. Then you go home, and you're like, oh fuck, and you're back at your job, just kind of like, oh, this sucks. It's so fucking boring. Oh, it's so fucking boring.
And you're back selling fucking Hondas.
Yeah, they just ship you off
like,
once a year.
Under those lights in an office, just like, oh my god, dude. So during the game, the Notre Dame USC game, these two dudes behind us just wouldn't shut the fuck up, start to finish. Wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
it was like, and like, totally mundane, worthless conversation. Didn't know shit about football. Just yapped for fucking 2 hours, 3.5, nonstop.
That's tight in there too.
Ruined the fucking game.
Really?
I was just furious. I was mad the whole time. I made fun of them at one point, and everybody in the area laughed, and the guys just kept going back to the conversation. It was crazy.
That's weird.
It's like nobody can be that fucked up for that long. Like at first, I was like, all right, first quarter, this will stop because he's hammered.
Yeah.
Hopefully that fucking dies down. Didn't stop.
So they were fucked up.
Had to have been.
Damn.
Yeah, it was brutal.
And he sat there and gabbed the entire
They were
time.
fucking talking about him and this other guy clearly hadn't seen each other in a while. I think they were just old pals. So they were just sitting there talking about, like, he's talking about his fucking wife, and he's like, well, you and Arya have a fucking thing going. And like, yeah, I'll admit you can be a bit of a handful, but Arya's a great girl, and what you got, like, just, and screaming. Just screaming.
God.
And I turned around because a play happened. And one of them paid attention and was like, holy shit, look at that. And I was like, wait, go back. Finish the fucking Arya story, please. And everyone around was like, yeah, fuck you guys. And then they just went back to fucking talking.
Damn.
It's crazy.
That's like you guys are tightly packed in there, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would kind of suck.
Yeah, it really fucking sucked. And like the type
What
of
were they
conversation that just
what were you wearing actually? What kind of gear did you have?
I got
Coach's
a
polo?
sick ass fucking Notre Dame Champions jacket. It's fucking sick. It's a
Letterman's?
throwback. No, it's like a long. It's like you'll see it. I'll be wearing it every day.
Trench coat?
It's kind of.
What?
It's a sick jacket.
Where'd you get it from? The bookstore?
Yeah, you know me, dude. I'm a papered, bro.
Damn.
It's like what, $125 for this? Throw it in the bag.
Yeah, let me get that.
Not a big deal. Please.
Nah, your Notre Dame merch is going to get better and better
True.
and better.
You know, of all the horrible things that have happened, this is the one thing that's really helped. Like one stock that is rising is my Notre Dame merch.
That's fucking
It's
sick.
its business is booming right now. Wait, wait.
No, like in the classic sense.
No. The classic sense is a Native American.
No, in the classic sense, Columbus had it wrong.
Okay.
Dude, are you celebrating Thanksgiving this year?
Yo, you know I
better
am.
fucking
you
not,
know
dude.
I am.
You are?
I celebrated Columbus Day. I celebrate the fuck out of Thanksgiving.
I'm going to get kicked out of my family dinner again. I'm going to start just fucking double.
You got to
I'm going
protest.
to start smashing everything, dude.
You got to protest.
Dude, I'm going to fucking freak out.
Like the kids at Harvard, Yale. Do you see that?
No, they
During
don't.
the football game at halftime, all the student body went out and protested climate change. So they just sat at midfield. And the game got delayed like 4 hours.
They took a knee?
They protested climate change.
Did they watch the rest of the game?
The game, yeah. I mean, I think it was a good game. I think it went to overtime. People were like, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so they protested climate change, and then we're like, all right, back to the game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's...
I just don't understand protesting climate change at halftime of a football game. Like,
why is football now the end-all, be-all for, why is this like the public discourse arena?
it makes sense
Football?
that people like football.
That's true.
So it's a good place to be like, hey, it's getting warm out.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
We're going to
We're going to ruin this game.
We're going to sit on the field.
We're going to sit on the field because it's getting warm.
It'd be tight if the NFL just extended the season for 12 more games.
Yeah.
Well, we can play well into fucking...
yeah. True.
But yeah, that's weird, man.
That's all right.
Well, it's all right. It's good, It's good they're out there doing that kind of thing. It's just I'm just trying to think.
It's college kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the bottom
It just
line.
sucks. Imagine going to a game and being like, I'm gonna just go out at midfield and sit there.
I'm thinking about you driving to go see a game, then being delayed for 4 hours.
Oh my god, dude! If I had driven 10 hours to a Notre Dame game, and then at halftime, students sat on the field because of global warming, I don't know.
You might counter protest.
Yeah, I'd get some aerosol cans, just spray them.
You might get some.
I'd go start my car and come back in.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how many causes we can attach to the NFL. I want to see Howie Long.
Well, they got breast cancer, police brutality.
Yeah.
They love the troops.
Of course. You see those camo fucking sleeves they wore?
Yeah.
That was tight.
They do that. Domestic violence had a good run there because the players were getting rowdy.
It was pretty appropriate.
Ray Rice was getting rowdy.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Which is funny they did that for Ray Rice and not OJ. I think OJ's domestic violence would have been a little more like, hey, we should say something to the public.
Did he really cut someone's head off?
Just about.
Did he really?
Yeah. He like almost sawed their fucking heads off.
Oh my god!
He got loose. He was out of control.
Oh my god!
He was fired up.
Yeah, I guess they felt like they missed that one. The NFL slumbered on that. That was back before people had to make statements. The owner of the NFL was like caught in a statement being like, "What the fuck? Jews killed his wife?"
Nobody had to make statements.
No.
Now you have to, dude.
We are deeply saddened.
Shitty time to be a CEO.
We are deeply saddened by.
You don't have to pay taxes, but you do have to make statements.
True.
Which, that should be the trade-off. If you want these corporations to start paying taxes, just be like, you don't have to make any more statements.
Yeah, you guys can whatever you guys.
Never again. We're never going to ask you how many women you have working at Google. Just pay taxes.
Just pay the fucking taxes.
Just help us pay for women's health care.
That's fair.
That way we don't have to worry about are women good at math.
That's pretty fair.
That seems to be we need to figure out, can women be good at, STEM?
Yeah, science, math.
Yeah.
Science, technology, and math. STEM.
STEM. I'm good at none of those.
I'm actually a brilliant scientist.
No, you're not.
I'm a theoretical.
You think getting high is running a fucking
Did you tremble
experiment.
Before the volcano?
The volcano is right in front of me.
It's intimidating.
I hate these fucking things.
Why do you hate that?
That's a miserable creation.
What, the volcano?
A volcano? That thing sucks, dude. Smoking out of a volcano just
rip a volcano
is
bag.
a negative experience.